Hi everyone, welcome to the reading today. So we have the cards for today are you have the King of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, Six of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, the Five of Swords over here. I had to take down notes for this reading so that I don't get lost in repeating myself and repeating the story over here. So what is happening here is that you guys are now starting to, I feel like, situations that you have moved away from, walked away from, you are starting to revisit those situations in your mind. Okay, there's a lot of new information that is coming up for you over here. I feel like there is a situation right now that is that you are getting some kind of insight on. You either have to leave the situation or you have already left the situation, and now there is information about that situation coming to you. Maybe you thought leaving was a bad thing, but now you're being shown how it was the right thing or a good thing. So with the Six of Swords over here, I feel like there's a lot of information coming up, like the reason for you to leave this connection or this situation, the implications it's had on you, on your life, on your decisions, on your health, in different areas of your life, like whether being in that situation has caused or leaving the situation, whichever way, there is some kind of insight. There's more information about the situation coming up over here. For some of you, I feel like you could be sitting and thinking randomly. Random thoughts about childhood might come up, and or there could be certain incidents or situations that might trigger your childhood thoughts, memories. And there's, like, now you're revisiting the same memories, but there's more information coming from those memories. Like, you've thought about it, you've revisited that many times, but now there's a different kind of information, something you never saw. There's some kind of information coming up over here for you guys during this time. Also, with the Knight of Pentacles over here and the Five of Swords, I feel like there's so much being coming to light right now. There's such a lot of information, insight, intuition coming in, coming into you right now. Like, I feel like you're starting to see why the process is slow, or the reason why it is so slow. You're starting to see how, it all connects back to you and your choices and your decisions. You're starting to see layers that have been healed and that are yet to be healed. You're understanding why this time is needed, because you're understanding now the healing process and how you are doing that healing. And so, like, you're now understanding why this much of time is needed, why this process is so slow. You're understanding how everything is connected. You're finding new connections in your situation. With the Five of Swords, I feel like you're starting to understand how to give up control, and you're starting to give up control in this situation, whether it is through thought and then trickling into action. However, you're giving up, you're accepting over here in a small way, learning every day how to expand this giving up of control over here. You're learning how to make peace with this situation. The King of Cups over here is, like, this is the healing that you guys are doing. Your heart space is opening up a little more. You're understanding love a little more. You're able to hold a little more space for love. You're seeing beyond the pain. You're seeing the reason for the pain. You're seeing the various sides of a situation and how it all comes together to create what would become pain or joy of a situation. So this is that kind of healing happening within you, within your heart space over here, where your ability to understand expands, and so your capacity to love also expands with that understanding. Okay, you're starting to take ownership for yourself. You're not only seeing how people are, missing out ownership in their relationships, or in their situations, sorry, in their situations, but you're also starting to understand ownership in your own situation. This time, this space is the same thing repeating itself over and over again, because through repetition we see, certain the slight changes that we have been missing all along. So this is that repeating phase that we are going through at this moment. So yeah, I hope this helps. Thank you for watching Love and Light.